Presentation today is focused on sustainable materials and packaging technology that enhance not only product quality but also respond to the ecosystem design requirements. I hope you will enjoy my presentation, but you will also find my contacts for further details about my um, work in this field. Thank you for your attention. And with the recyclability of packaging, definitely the key word in my title is guideline, because we will discover how it's still difficult to find a unique guideline per case. Stay in the ecosystem. So I would like to briefly present myself. I have background in food science and technology. That's why I'm still an expert in food packaging, but I'm also working with the university as a researcher in materials innovation and process innovation as well. As also in digitalization of industry process as a senior consultant. So here my contacts, please stay in the ecosystem, because this also is a key factor to really implement eco-design requirements in our production. So I recently had the pleasure of hearing directly from those in European Parliament who have been working hard to facilitate the regulation of eco-design. I was able to see for myself how crucial everyone considered the role of packaging and how it needs to be reviewed as well as a system, as well as a product. So here, a snapshot of packaging and packaging waste directly, but in this slide, I would like just to highlight how it is complex to harmonize the regulation about packaging as a driver for the eco-design in general, because the definition of packaging is still so complex to analyze. Let's read together. Packaging is products made of materials of any nature to be used for the containment, protection, handling, delivery, and presentation of goods. So many items, so many functions, and a wide range of materials that can be used. So there is a need of union law, because the diverging national approaches in improving the environmental sustainability of products, as well as starts to be complex to implement this indication, because the guarantee of functionality in the internal market, while ensuring a high lever on environmental protection and an ambitious regulatory framework to introduce eco-design requirements. And from regulation workflow, I would like, in order to achieve these, I would like also to speak about packaging workflow. This is three main levels of packaging workflow. Here are main aspects of the so-called packaging workflow as well. The packaging plan and the team building, considering the co-creation, for instance, while the consumers nowadays is a part of the packaging design, and also consider the potential of data management through digitalization, because the huge amount of data. In this type of flow chart, I would like summarize the main aspects that had to be analyzed, and questions answered when a problem, when a brief arrived from a client, and you have here main steps that has to be considered. In any case, certainly in the relationship between packaging and the packaged product is still always an important factor that has to be considered, especially with regards into the food, in which barriers to implementing the eco-design strategies can be apparently higher than for other products in fast mover consumer goods. Why? Because as previously defined, packaging as a product composed of material of any kind, but in food packaging, these are still some main functions, and as a protection, containment, preservation, communication, and yeah, it's quite be complex to rearrange in terms of materials, but not impossible, definitely. So another opportunity uh, for packaging, I mean, recyclability through packaging, and mainly recyclable material, packaging material as a driver for recyclability and eco-design in general. So packaging consists also in powerful strategy that can set a brand and in a so crowded marketplace, such as our marketplace. And so understanding the product category, in my opinion, it's helpful to define clearly identified niche of product into the market. And in this packaging is the first point of contact between the product and consumer. And sustainability, like I mean, sustainability in these scenes is definitely a differentiator, because in today environmental conscious market, a sustainable packaging can be significant to be positioning in a different way. Of course, pay attention to green washing, and the greenwashing is now really focus on materials, because you can communicate your product just because the change of materials, but pay attention because you can communicate a new materials that align on eco design, just the eco design, and then yeah, and then avoid the protection of the packaged product, and still be attention in greenwashing issues. So what's the meaning of design for recyclability? Is a technical concept, but also is a philosophy that integrates environmental consideration into fabric and product development, and involve making a decision that, in my opinion, is really crucial, and design simplicity and product life cycle. And the main goal here is to minimize waste and maximize potential for performance and related to the used materials. So material selection is definitely the first step in designing for recyclability, and the choosing of material. There are a widely recyclable material, and here are some example, such as paper and cardboard, cellulose, bioplastic, and other other materials derived from the processing of natural waste management, such as also in food, for example. Food waste is nowadays really a big opportunity to process again, and find new components really useful in this. So I just mentioned these two examples, the Nestlé and Granarolo. Nestlé, more global company, and but also Granarolo is an Italian case. But here are a few examples of major food companies that have had the courage to change their line in terms of material. So Of course, the innovation maybe here is not about the mere new material, but still consider about the impact in terms of production units. And this is truly admirable. So when we are focused on recyclability and choose the material as driver, not just about what kind of material, but also how a change could impact. So in these, I would like to introduce you plus four. That is my new collaboration, and plus four supports a company in the development of innovation, starting with materials in packaging, of course. And first of all, the material selection. So is the first step, as I said before, in design for recyclability. So how to choose the right materials for each cases, and the benefits, of course, for this is differentiate the brand, as I said before, achieve competitiveness, performance through new materials and solution, but proper communication, and the communication as education are also essential, because clear instruction on how to recycle the product and why that's material. Another aspect that I would like to share together with you today is how does the design of waste disposal signage influence waste disposal behavior. So this is an aspect that also is interesting for me, because the signs on the graphs on the label has an impact, as we know, because the gesture and the sign often explain our rituals. Let's consider, for instance, what's the meaning for us to open a bottle with a cap and the sound of the cap, and this means for us maybe a moment of celebration, such as a bottle of champagne. So it is important to explore the impact of waste disposal signage design on disposal behavior, because we have to consider what and how type of waste disposal information should be presented on our packaging. And here I can illustrate the response of some of my students when simulate by these issues. And it is interesting to see how the new generation of packaging designer intends to put values such as transparency, ecology, and inclusiveness at the center through smarter solution, and it seems to be a problem overcome so greenwashing because of their involvement. So definitely design for recyclability is a vital strategy, and it requires collaboration across industry, innovation. Thank you, bye. We together saw how eco-design requirements should also address practices associated with an overall negative impact on the environment, and these practices are in the form of increased waste, and this is also why we spoke about packaging, but also the use of energy that actually we don't touch, but is part of the cost effectiveness when you implement a new solution through packaging. But moreover, materials, as we have this focus today. And yeah, in this sense, thank you to work together, reducing through eco design, contributing to sustainability consumption, as also sustainable packaging use is doing by several editions of this important conference. So it was a pleasure to be together and working in this direction. Bye bye.